Welcome back to 5-Day Crypto. My name is Chase, level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Today we're going to look at Chainlink and update. We last talked on Friday, made a video there. Today we're going to do some updates on that, look at the weekly close, maybe even check the monthly scale, look at some indicators, just see what we need to expect next out of Chainlink to the high side and the low side. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Telegram and Patreon for more content. Let's get right to it. Chainlink, what I don't like first, right? Let's get this out of the way, right? What we don't like to see are these kind of like rounded tops here, right? That's not usually a good sign. But for the bull's sake, right? We seemingly like we're kind of trying to bounce off of this 100 EMA in the blue here, right? Nice reversal so far. So what the bulls want to see continue is a move up, obviously, and take this. You see this little zone here, right? This guy right here. Right, that's where we're wanting to get to again and close above that. So to breach that, close daily above 17, and then maybe we can still continue to pick up bullish momentum. Again, if we close any time frame above $19, Chainlink is busting loose. Very likely going to make upper 20s. That's the target on this breakout. Could be weeks or months away. Likely going to take some kind of an alt season. We're close to that, but depending on how Bitcoin dominance shapes up, let's just go check that, right? It's moving down, and there's certainly some things to be watching, but we got to break under our swing lows here. So what we want to see for an alt season is a breach of these swing lows around, back under 50% here. That will give the capital over to altcoins a little bit more. We have some potentials there because what do we see right here? A close under the 200 EMA after bouncing back here in December. We came back and retested, and for the first time in a year, we broke that. So if you don't believe me, well, just wait 2 seconds, and I will go show you on the chart. Do you see a close under the 200 anytime, right? We got to go back to January 2023, right? If you do the maths on that, it's January 2024, right? For all you mathematicians, right? That would be a year. Right, those are the things that you got to pay attention to see, like, oh, hey, right, you should have had V8, right? Those commercials never way over your head. Yes, my hair is this bad today, but we're just gonna roll with it. Looks like I've been in a hurricane. Maybe I have. So that's Bitcoin dominance. Let's get back on track here. What the hell are we talking about? Chainlink, right? Win alt season. Win Chainlink above $19, $17. So both of those numbers combined. Win alt season, win Bitcoin dominance under 50 words. All right. So to the downside, let's focus there because that's kind of where we're leaning, right? It's because of, everything we've talked about, this stupid ass rounded top that I don't like to see. If we take out the 100, these swing lows again, noting also we had our lowest close right here, right? So we could easily take that out. Downside targets, the obvious man in the room on the daily chart is the 200, right around $11 mark. Okay, so no panic. It's a little bit down there, but like we're not talking doom and gloom here, right? So from current prices, that would take us down, 25-30%. That's not great, but there could be worse coins than that. And that $11 mark also kind of gets us back to this zone. This kind of pre-liftoff zone right here. See all this consolidation in here, right? So we have that. But not only that, let's zoom out to the bigger picture, the weekly, right? That might be a little low. $11. Why? Well, on the weekly chart, you always want to be looking at the 21-week EMA. That would be the yellow line right here. So that is around 1260-ish or so, give or take, and it changes week over week. So if we make a quick move, right, we still have our, outside chance of this kind of bull flag forming, right? Like this nice and tight. You want bull flags nice and tight like that. You don't want them coming like this, right? And a lot of people get these wrong where you start doing something like this. So like this is a flag. It's not a flag pattern. Like more of a descending triangle, more often bearish, right? You want them very nice and tight. And if you're like, I can't really see the difference, well, just put it on closing prices. And now you can see that, right? See the abrupt flagpole move up, down, right? So we'd like to see this sometime in January, really kind of wrap this up to keep it nice and tight, to have that potential. Maybe alt season. If we start to break up, your confirmation starts to come true above like around $16, we kind of maybe start to paint that picture. It could be going here, sure, right? Just you want to just close above our high here, and good things could come. So not all hope is lost here. And also, just because we're going down, right? You're buying the dip in bull market. Are we in bull market? Of course, right? Only Capo disagrees. So if we're gonna set this up, right? You don't want to fumble this away. If you want more Chainlink, it's around the 21 week, very likely, at least on this chart, looking good there. If we go down further, right, what's our targets? Well, you have your 200 week way down here. That would be kind of worst case scenario. Bitcoin would really have to be like biting the dust, going back to like mid to low 30s. I would say low 30s if Chainlink's going to go way the hell down here, right? This would be like pretty bad. Something really bearish would likely have to ensue in the news wise. Some kind of ETF like we goofed up. We're just kidding. Maybe something like a mini Black Swan event to do that, right? Because like, why am I saying that? Well, that's not normal to really just drop 40% with the altcoin season index so high as it is, right? We can go check that real quick. We're not there yet, right? So 75 is where you want to be above. We haven't touched that yet. We're close. We're doing much better. And if you're wondering, like, look at 2023, how great altcoins were doing here, and we were only at like 40s. Why the hell are we not doing better now? Well, any guesses? Hopefully you got this because we just talked about it, right? Or you're the guy in the back of the class with the teacher has to smack you with something, right? Maybe not in 2020, the 2020s, but back in 20, 30 years ago, your ass was grass. Bitcoin dominance, right? You see my mind just jumps tracks. But Bitcoin dominance is the reason for that, right? Bitcoin dominance was much lower a year ago than it was a day ago, right? Bitcoin dominance is so high. All the capital's in Bitcoin, right? If you want Altseason, that's the capital leaving Bitcoin going to altcoins. That's how that works, right? Hopefully you know that. All right, if you don't, now you do. All right, so last but not least, what the hell, for the 4 of you still watching, Chainlink, if we go up higher or down lower, right, we need to look at some macro scales. So sometimes the monthly chart can paint the best picture. You can see this big resistance going all the way back to 2020 for Chainlink, right? Local tops here, right? The start of the bear market. That was really our only green candle for Chainlink in the whole damn bear market. Or at least our only upside candle, right? Besides our consolidation for, the 500 days of hell. And that's where we are again, right? So it's no surprise that we're stalling out here, right? Looking at the bigger scale, it's just that area. We've spent here November, December, January, all right at it. So that local top, that closed a month at 1693. Again, once 17 to 19, once this zone breaks, you see Chainlink above this zone. Rockets. I don't know what this was. Hopefully that didn't look like 1940s Germany. Some people, what is that? So that's what we're looking for the downside target. Back on track. Where do we look at? Well, in the monthly chart, you want to be looking at slightly higher time frames, right? You want to look at the EMA 8 on the monthly, not just for Chainlink specific, Bitcoin, altcoins. Monthly EMA 8s often retest that guy with a wick. Maybe you can go a little lower. So sometimes it's not just that moving average. You want to look at a zone. You want to paint the zone between the 21 and the 8 and just keep that as it progresses. So you can see how they're rising month over month. But as of now, it's between like 1175 to 1080 for a monthly kind of revisit, right? So having open orders somewhere in that zone, maybe at the top and the bottom, often in your best interest, no matter what coin you're looking at. So that's Chainlink wrapped up, along with some random thoughts and the coolest hair since James Dean. I don't know if he even had hair. Where am I? Of course he did. What are we talking about here? All right. I'll wrap it up there. We just got to end the embarrassment. All right. Quote of the day. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Who would have known that we'd have a quote by MLK today? Wild guess. Car of the day. The worst front-end supercar meets the best front-end. The worst front-end meets the best rear-end. Words. Aston Martin Vantage. There you go. There's the rear. There's the prettier picture, right? There's the prettier picture. Not the Ford Fiesta Fusion Miata hybrid front headlights. That is amazing looking. I don't know. I guarantee, I should look it up. Whoever designed the rear did not design the front. Imagine the two people. we give Billy the front end, right? He gave the guy's 5-year-old son designed the front, and the guy that's one of the world's best architectural rear designers did this one, A plus. And then you got this guy. You're like, what the hell? You just drew an oval? It's like 5th grade first car class. And then they don't still match to me, right? The coolest looking taillights, the rear end, the splitters, the diffuser. Holy shit. Amazing looking. And then a round oval in the front from a cartoon. Aston Martin Vantage. Got one right there in the yellow. I do like them a lot. That's the chartreuse. I'll definitely get this in that color. It's a factory color like that. But I'd have to do a headlight swap or just put some tape over them. Pretend they weren't there. All right, I'll end it there. Damn. I need a hairstylist or just shave it off. No, don't do that. All right. Damn, which way am I going here? Jesus. I'll end it there. Good Lord. Hey, Einstein had terrible hair too.